We're less than 1 month away from the wedding and I still don't feel 100% on my makeup, but I'm hoping to get a little bit closer to what I might want because I finally feel like I have all the makeup products that I'll want to use on my wedding day. I'm actually going to start with my eyes today. That was something that I thought about the last time I did a full trial, was that, oh, that's a lot. Whenever I used to do makeup on other people, I used to always start with the eyes, prime the eyes fully, do the eyes almost fully. I think I would wait for like the lashes last, but I figured why not do that for my wedding day. I kind of wonder if it'll give more of like a polished, done up look. I don't know where my eyeshadow primer is, but I just used some concealer. I absolutely need to find my eyeshadow primer though, because I never trust like concealer and powder to actually do the job right, but it'll be fine for today. We're actually going to go pick up our wedding license today. We have a couple of wedding related errands to run today and this weekend. I also found my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Pacifica eyeshadow that I was using last time, but I really like the large mirror on this palette. I think it would be a little bit better for when I'm actually traveling with my makeup, and Mario is a makeup artist. You know, I hope that he would have designed these products to last a really long time. I kind of wonder if the Pacifica palette, if those eyeshadows would fade a little bit more quickly throughout the day, but I'm just going in with these two shadows right here to just kind of prep my crease for some darker shades. But we're picking up our marriage license today. We are also going to the courthouse to start the paperwork for like an event liquor license because we are going to be serving alcohol at the wedding. Our venue requires us to have the liquor license. We also needed to get our own event insurance, which might be typical for other weddings. I honestly don't know, but luckily Justin takes care of all of that. He's a lot better at stuff like that than I am. And then we're just gonna go out to lunch, but then tomorrow we need to go out of town, a little bit out of town. It's not too far away, but it's still like a little bit inconvenient. The place that we decided to do our tent rentals with and like other kind of rentals, rent like forks from them and linens and outdoor space heaters. There's literally like so much involved in throwing a big wedding and party, but this place requires you to be at their warehouse to give your license. I don't know why they wouldn't just allow us to do something like that online, because a lot of people like have weddings and stuff and they're out of town, like they have a destination wedding and they're not in the same town. It's honestly, where we're going is not even in the same town that we're getting married, so it definitely is a little bit strange, but we have to go do that. And then we're also going to pick up our liquor while we're out as well. But we're 1 month away from the wedding, less than a month away from the wedding, and I feel like this weekend we're really going to iron out like those last few things that we need to do, and then we'll pretty much be done. I still have a little bit more DIY projects I want to work on, and Justin said that he'll help. He's gonna help with the tiered plate towers I want to make. I still have some other things I need to do, like I want to sew more placemats. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you would have seen that I'm making my own placemats for the wedding, and only some of the plates will get these placemats, but I was able to thrift a lot of placemats, but I haven't really been able to find more that I really liked for the wedding, so I've decided to make some as well, just to kind of supplement what I already have. I'm still thrifting a little bit, but I'm really slowing down on that. I actually had a good friend of mine's mom reach out to me and ask if I wanted to see some of the stuff that she had that I can use for the wedding, and I went over there the other day. She had a lot of really nice stuff that fit perfectly with the theme, so that was really nice, and I feel like that honestly alleviated a lot of my stress because it is getting really close to the wedding, and I just feel like I still have a lot of stuff I need to thrift in order for like these tables to all look really good. Our final guest count is in though. We had 100, but since we had the final guest count, we've had 2 people say that they actually can't make it. So now we're at 98 total, which is really great. I was hoping it would be under 100. I also have this Jason Wu eyeshadow palette. It's also all matte. The mattes are a little bit more cool toned in this palette, which I was kind of wanting to go for a little bit more of a cool toned eye. I feel like my eyes are looking really dry right now, and it could be because I had to use concealer as my primer and then powder it. Just putting a really light eyeshadow all over the eye. The biggest stressor honestly was the guest list for me. Like this whole experience, I've been so stressed about the guest list because our venue He said to us in person that there was a 100 guest list limit, and then on the contract form it was 110, but we invited 125 people. And I have just been so stressed these last few months, worried that we were going to be way over and that there wasn't going to be like room for people. It's all outdoors basically, but the venue that we chose has a covered pavilion and also has like side covers for the pavilion as well. But I've been so nervous these past few months just because it would have been so terrible if like we didn't have room for all of the guests that ended up RSVPing. And I know people will always tell you that like 20% of your guest list doesn't end up coming, like they're not able to, but it was seeming not that way for basically the last 6 months that we've been planning, and I was just so stressed about that. And that was such a shitty thing to be stressed about. Like, I hated feeling that way because obviously everyone that we invited I would have liked to come. Like, I hated feeling that way, and just like after every RSVP that came in, it was just kind of like really exciting but also a big stressor of like, dang, like who else is going to RSVP? Oh, I probably actually should not have just done that, but I'm actually really excited to start working on our seating chart. I've been looking forward to starting on the seating chart since we sent out invitations, honestly, because I love stuff like that. Like, it feels like a puzzle to me. I feel like I need to have like the tiniest little smoked out liner situation, which I can sharpen up a little bit when I do the rest of my makeup, but I think I need to have like a little bit of something. Now I'm just being really messy. I'm just darkening up the crease a little bit more. I feel like for the actual wedding day, I'll probably want it to be a little bit darker. Last time I did Urban Decay Space Cowboy all over the eyes. I also love my Bodyography Celestial, what is this, like an eyeshadow pigment, pressed glitter pigment. And I kind of think I want to try doing both. Just have like a little bit of it on my finger. I might want to blend this out a little bit more with my brush. Okay, I think that looks pretty. These are basically like the same sort of colors, I feel like, but I think that Space Cowboy has like a little bit more silver in it. I think I like the eyes. I'll definitely be able to tell more when I have the rest of my makeup on. For my base, I'm going to try out the Milk Hydrogrip primer. This primer is a little bit old in my collection. I think it still smells all right. It smells all right. But when I've been doing trial runs for my makeup, I've been using a more like mattifying, like pore filling primer. And I don't actually know how well it's working with the Huda Beauty foundation that I got. Somebody who knows a little bit more in the comments, please let me know. But the Hydro Grip primer, I believe, would be water-based. And then, like for example, the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, which is what I was thinking about using, is like silicone base. And the Huda Beauty foundation might also be water-based, which is why it might work a little bit better with the Hydro Grip. I don't know. I'm speculating here. I don't know for certain, but let's see how the Hydro Grip works. I would have liked something a little bit more mattifying because I am super oily, but it's fine. It would not be hard for me to touch up. Also, I don't mind being oily. I am gonna go in though with my e.l.f. Halo Glow. I've been seeing that this product breaks people out. I have never had an issue with that, and I am so happy because I love this stuff so much. I really like that it has a wand, just so much easier to apply. Like, I got sent the Auric kind of similar products as this. It all basically was inspired by the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm forgetting the name of it, but I've never tried it before, so it doesn't matter, Hollywood filter. But the Auric one doesn't have a wand, and I really like that the e.l.f. one has a wand. I feel like the shade of this one works really well for me. This is just shade 3 light medium. I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit. And I ended up picking up a full size of the Huda Beauty Easy Blur in Latte, so 300N Latte. And I think that the shade match is perfect. Yeah, like that's really, really good. Already, I haven't even blended anything out yet, and I already feel like it is sitting a little bit better on my skin with the Hydro Grip primer. For the wedding, I might pick up a newer bottle of the hydrogrip, or like a travel size at least. Because it's my wedding, like I don't really want to wear expired makeup for my wedding. Am I being selfish? I don't know. I try not to put too much product around my nose. I have a really big problem with like the makeup around my nose looking really cakey. Yeah, the shade match I think is like really perfect. It's not too light at all. I still feel like I have a little bit of room, like if I happen to get a little bit of color before the wedding. And then I also picked up another shade of the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie Concealer. I picked up 41NN. When I swatched it at Ulta, like the very first time I picked up this concealer, I felt like 41NN was too dark. And then the 40NN was too light. So I ended up going with 40 Cool Pink. And I've just been feeling like 40 Cool Pink has been too light. And I think that they're okay when I mix the two. So that's what I'm gonna kind of do now. But I definitely like 41NN a lot better. And I'm gonna let that sit on my skin for a minute and then do a little bit of cream contour. I haven't been loving putting bronzer on my jawline, but I'm just putting a little bit there, and then I'm also gonna put a little bit on my nose too. Actually though, I got the Stay Naked Quickie Concealer from Kohl's because that's where I ended up finding my wedding shoes. And my last Get Ready With Me where I did my trial wedding makeup, I was talking about the shoes that I wanted for the wedding. I found a pair of Jimmy Choos that I fell in love with, but I was not ever going to spend $1,000 on my wedding shoes, because genuinely I would have worn them one time. But I kept on looking obviously to see if I would find something else, and I did. I ended up finding these on Kohl's. I'm gonna put a picture of the Jimmy Choos that I really liked, because these, like, the body of them is really similar, the style is really similar. These are very comfortable also. It's like has a memory foam base, but they're little Mary Janes. I love the lace detail. Like, I love the lace detail. I like it honestly like a bit better than the Jimmy Choos because the lace detail is so pretty, but they're so similar. I did a really good job finding those. They were 24 bucks. They were so cheap. So yeah, that ended up working out perfectly for me. And Kohl's also has the Sephora too. And the concealer, the Urban Decay concealer, was on sale at Kohl's. So I ended up buying the concealer and the shoes and little eyebrow scissors, but that ended up working out perfectly for me. But I've seen a lot too that like Jimmy Choos can be really uncomfortable to walk in. And that was also a big deterrent for me because I don't wear like uncomfortable shoes. I'm not that kind of girl. So that would have really sucked for me. But I'm glad that the shoe situation ended up working out. So Kosas sent me their new powders. I haven't gotten makeup PR in a long time, so I was pretty excited to receive this, especially because powder was one of those things that I like haven't been too sure about lately. Like, I have a lot of powders and none of them are really that great. They sent me the pink one and they sent me the yellow one. And I've been liking the pink one for underneath my eyes. And you know me, I've been very like anti-makeup lately. So it honestly would have brought me pleasure to get on here and be like, this powder sucks, like pointless, stupid. No, no. Unfortunately this powder is really good. I've been actually shocked by how much this powder oil controls without making my skin feel really dry or like look really dry. It's just like incredibly oil controlling. So I'm gladly going to be using this powder on my wedding day for sure. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's huge. Like, I don't think I'll be able to take both powders. I guess maybe I can if I want. I really wish that they would have made the original containers of them smaller, or that they would come out with travel sizes, because at this point a travel size would be like basically the size of a regular powder. Going to go in with a little bit of bronzer, even though I did like a little bit of cream contour bronzer, but I'm just going in with a little bit more. For my blush, I've been using this Jason Wu palette. This is the Drive to Napa trio. And it just has these shades in it. I've been mixing these two colors. I've been starting with the middle one. and then dipping my brush into both of them. I really wanted to get a Dior blush. I was kind of wanting to try the rosewood one or the berry one. They honestly were just a little bit too expensive. Really though, what was stopping me was they didn't have any testers out at Sephora when I went, and I was not going to spend like $40 on a blush that I couldn't even swatch. And I do have a lot of powder blushes left, like this one. It looks really nice and I kind of like the colors. You have to let me know what you think. Putting on a little bit of highlight. Last time I used my Essence highlighter. This time I'm going in with the Honest Beauty one. They're really, really similar. They give like just a glowy sheen, not glittery at all. So I like that a lot. I think I like the Essence one a little bit better, but definitely doesn't hurt to try. Going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Ebony. I'm going to try and fill my brows in a little bit, like keeping the product more in my brows than out of my brows, which I feel like I tend to do, but I kind of want my brows to look like a little bit more thinner and not fuller, just because I feel like I can sometimes get really carried away with my brows, especially like trying to make them perfect, and then I end up overfilling them actually. And I just kind of feel like less might be more with the brows. Also, I do plan on waxing my brows. I plan on doing as much of my beauty maintenance myself. To save money, I know I can do it myself too. And I also do just like doing it myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my nails yet. I cut them in the beginning of the week, so they're pretty short right now. But I plan on having them grown out. I'm not totally sure on whether I want to get my nails done professionally. I just really don't like doing like gel or SNS because they do drill on your natural nail. But I do really like the look of SNS. Like obviously it ends up looking really nice. And my mom offered to take me, so it would be a nice thing to do with her before the wedding. But otherwise, if I am going to do my own nails, I would pick like a really nude color to paint them. I would just like give myself my own little manicure and just choose like a pinky nude color. Just keep it simple. But since I am in like the last kind of stretch before we get married, I want to know what kind of like beauty routine maintenance things you guys recommend I do. I've been wearing my retainer and I have not been good about working out. I think I definitely should start, at least to like make myself feel good, because sometimes I wake up and I'm like really sore because I'm not moving my body properly, not because I'm sore from working out, it's because I'm not working out. I feel like I should start putting castor oil on my lashes and my brows again too. I was doing that really regularly and then I stopped. Just doing a little bit of eyeshadow underneath the eyes. I don't like wearing mascara on my lower lashes. I don't really like how it looks, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of shadow under there. I'll make sure to have a clean brush for my actual wedding, but I am gonna add a little bit of white eyeshadow in the inner corner and then also on the brow bone. And let's play with some false lashes. These are the Ardell Duralash combo pack, short, medium, and long. I'm gonna put a little bit of lash glue on the back of my hand. And I think what I'm going to do is put 3 on each eye. So I'm gonna put a short, a medium, and a long, at least to start out with. Okay, I'm gonna put the short. Oh God. I did individual lashes for my prom. I like went to prom 10 years ago, but I've done them before. I'm feeling like they're a little bit complicated. Sorry, was that out of focus like the entire time? Okay, that's pretty. That was a lot, that eye was a lot easier. I had a bunch of false lashes in my cart a couple weeks ago because they were on sale at Ulta. Kind of wish I got them because I had some of like the half lashes from the Ardell Naked lash line and I love those lashes. I've had really good experience with the strip lashes from them, but if these work, then there's nothing to be complaining about, because I would love to not have to buy something else. I already have these. These are also really old. I found them in one of my drawers. I might even have more lashes somewhere because I did occasionally take makeup jobs. Just putting another medium length on both eyes. Can you even tell? Can you even tell that I've done something? Putting another long one on because I really liked the position of the first long one that I put on that eye. And mind you, I'm also wearing brown mascara. I actually really don't like the look of black mascara anymore, so I think I'm not gonna do it. But the brown mascara and the black lashes, it's not bad. So let's do the rest of my makeup real quick. Oh yeah, I feel like you could totally tell the lashes are on. They don't look bad either. I feel like I might have gotten them a little bit wonky. And each eye has 5 little individual lashes on them, which is not that much. And then for the lip, I have these YSL little lip balms. I really like the clear one. I honestly think that the clear formula is better than the colored formula, but for the colored formula I have 15. I'm just gonna add a little bit of it. So I peeked in the mirror and everything looked really good. I took a better look at everything, like in natural lighting. It looks really, really good. I'm a huge fan of these individual lashes. I think that that was totally the move. A full strip lash would have been so heavy. I feel like these are way more me. The only thing that I felt slightly critical of were my brows. I feel like brows and me have a love-hate relationship. I just feel like they needed to be a little bit more filled in, but I still really like the shape of them, especially like a lot more than what they have been looking like recently. But Justin just came in, he said it's time to go. So I need to wrap it up. I'm like in a gray sweatsuit right now. Kind of a crazy look to be sporting with what I'm wearing right now, but I think it looks amazing. Really love how this trial came out. I think I might want to try and find more of a long wearing lip to wear. But I'm also gonna have my bridesmaids do flower baskets instead of bouquets. I could probably just have my sister put like my lipstick in her basket and touch up that way. I definitely need to practice my individual lashes. I do feel like they're a little bit wonky, but it's not very noticeable at all. And I overall really love them. I think that too, the kind of shadow liner that I did ended up coming together really nicely. I probably will do it for the actual wedding, but what do we think about this trial look? I think we're definitely getting really close. I feel like I could go a little bit darker with the eyeshadow. You have to let me know, but I think the skin looks good. I really like the blush. Lips, I think I need a little bit more of like a long wearing lipstick. I ordered some vintage hair accessories from eBay. I found a seller that I really liked, and those should be in a few days, so I'll be able to play with those a little bit. But yeah, I've got to head out now. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, hanging out with me doing another trial wedding makeup. Let me know your thoughts down below of the look, any changes I should do for next time. But I think we're definitely getting closer to how I'm going to wear my makeup for the wedding. But thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I will see you next time.